Okay, so magandang gabi mga kapatid sa pagtutuloy ng ating pong Bible study every Tuesday. Ang ating pong aralin is all about the Bible Unpacked. Ito po ay comprehensive study regarding the things that we need to understand about God and many things regarding the Scripture. So nandun pa rin tayo sa ating pong unang level ng ating pag-aaral, no? Yung ating pong study number 1 regarding God's being. And we talk about, dito po sa ating pong pinag-aaralan, we are talking about God's preeminence. Pag sinabi natin God's preeminence, ito po yung uh, pamumukod-tangi at pangingibabaw ng Diyos. No? Saan siya namumukod-tangi? Saan siya naging-ibabaw? No? May 4 po tayong pinag-aaralan, 3 na po yung napag-aralan natin. Namumukod-tangi ang ating Panginoon Diyos o namamayani siya o nangingibabaw pagdating sa kanyang kadakilaan. We talk about God's greatness, isn't it? Yun po yung unang part sa ating pag-aaral ng regarding God's preeminence na namumukod tangi ating Panginoon Diyos sa kanyang kadakilaan, that indeed God is great. No, there is no one great other than the Lord. So pangalawa, when we talk about the preeminence of God, pangalawa, it talks about God's ultimate power. Okay, namumukod tangi siya is because of His power, that He is the Almighty God, that there is no powerful than God. The third thing that we are able to understand regarding the preeminence of the Lord is that God's powerful deeds. Nakikita natin, last time we talk about na nakikita natin yung mga ginagawa ng ating Panginoon Diyos pamagitan ng kanyang kapangyarihan sa mga bagay na ginagawa niya sa atin. No? So yung kapangyarihan na yan ay nakikita sa mga kanyang ginagawa, no? Na very evident sa ating mga buhay. Okay? So today we will be talking about yung fourth aspect when we talk about God's preeminence. Namumukod tangi, namamayani, at nangingibabaw ang ating Panginoon Diyos pagdating sa kanyang knowledge and wisdom. So there is no one like the Lord when it comes to His knowledge and wisdom. So pag-aaralan natin kung ano bang ibig sabihin ng knowledge and when we talk about wisdom. But before we go through sa ating material today, no, let us have a short introduction when we talk about knowledge or God's knowledge and wisdom. Now, when we say God's knowledge and wisdom, yung God's knowledge and wisdom are considered to be ultimate. Okay, pag sinabi nating ultimate, walang katulad, no? When it comes to anything, no? It is encompassing everything. Nilalampasan niya lagi yung lahat ng bagay pagdating sa karunungan. That's why you cannot really somehow equal yourself when it comes to our knowledge and wisdom in terms of the knowledge of the Lord and wisdom, no? Because we are distinct from our human understanding and human wisdom when it comes to the knowledge and the wisdom of the Lord. Kasi kung makikita natin, yung ating human knowledge, mga kapatid, is seen as an accumulation of facts and human wisdom as an application of that knowledge with judgment. So, yung mga karunungan natin, no, nagiging wisdom yon kapag nai-apply na natin, no? Pag sinabi nating knowledge, ito yung mga nagagather na accumulate natin ng mga katotohanan, mga bagay na nalalaman natin at natututunan, at nagiging wisdom ang ating pong knowledge kapag ito po ay ina-apply na natin with judgment. Okay? So yun yung ibig sabihin nun. So God's knowledge is total and His wisdom is the source of all understanding, including the ability for humans to gain it themselves. So ibig sabihin, wala tayong source among ourselves. Kunyari, when we talk about knowledge, no, although meron tayong karunungan, but then yung source noon ay hindi po makukuha sa atin, no? Kundi God is the source of all knowledge. Okay, so lahat ng meron tayong karunungan ay hindi ito galing sa atin, no? Although nakapag-aral tayo, no? Although nakapagtapos tayo ng school at na ano man po yung natapos natin sa eskwelahan, but in reality, it is the Lord who gave us that knowledge, no? Because apart from the knowledge of God, there is no knowledge at all. because everything comes from God, no? So, hindi lang po yung knowledge, kundi yung ability natin to know. Yung wala tayong abilidad para, although mag-aral tayo, but then yung abilidad para matutunan natin yung mga pinag-aaralan natin comes from the Lord. Kasi wala tayong kakayahan para maintindihan by ourselves. No? The source of every knowledge comes from the Lord, no? And also, yung ability natin to know and to understand comes from the Lord. Kasi siya yung source ng that knowledge. Siya yung source of that gives us the ability to know everything. So doon natin makikita na yung God's knowledge is the totality of everything, and His wisdom is the source of all our understanding, including our ability to know and understand. Pag sinabi natin God's knowledge, ang sinasabi natin, pag sinabi natin, when we talk about the knowledge of God, we are saying that God is all-knowing. Okay, so alam niya yung lahat ng bagay because God is omniscient. Ang sinasabi natin doon, alam ng Diyos ang lahat ng bagay. Ibig sabihin, God is all-knowing. So absolute, pag sinabi natin God's knowledge, it is absolute and comprehensive. Anong ibig sabihin doon? That God's knowledge is the total of everything. Nothing is hidden or unknown to Him. Pag sinabi natin the knowledge of God, ibig sabihin, alam niya yung lahat ng bagay. Ibig sabihin, nothing is hidden and unknown to the Lord. Because He is absolute and comprehensive in terms of His knowledge. So ibig sabihin, this includes perfect knowledge of the past, the present, and the future, and the ability to see what is in darkness. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin God knows everything, or when we talk about God's knowledge, that He is a God that is all-knowing, ibig sabihin, He knows everything. That nothing is hidden when it comes to the Lord, and that includes also in the past, knowledge of the past, knowledge of the present, and knowledge of the future. No, see, he has the ability to know everything even in darkness. No, doon natin makikita 'yon. So, pag sinabi nating absolute and it is comprehensive, it means that it is the totality of everything and that nothing is hidden or unknown to Him. Second thing that when we talk about God's knowledge, mga kapatid, is that He is the source of all knowledge. Yun nga yung sabi ko kanina, that divine is the ultimate source of all knowledge and understanding. Human knowledge, when separated from God, can be misleading or lack moral grounding. So, kung titingnan natin, no, when we depend on our own understanding, when we depend on our own knowledge, makikita natin, apart from the Lord, many times nami-mislead tayo, no? Wala tayong, it lacks moral grounding when we depend on our own understanding. Kaya nga kung makita natin dun sa book of Proverbs, no? That we should not lean on our own understanding, but we need to acknowledge God, no? Sabi doon, in all of our ways, so that He may able to guide and direct us, no? In our path. So napaka-importante, mga kapatid, that when we talk about knowledge, for us to have knowledge, we cannot have knowledge apart from the Lord because siya yung source ng knowledge na yon. Hindi tayo pwedeng magdepende sa sarili nating kaalaman. It's because human knowledge, kapag isa-separate natin yung ating knowledge from the knowledge of the Lord, it will always mislead us, no? Kaya may mga sandali na nagkakamali tayo, no? May mga sandali na parang akala natin tama yon as we come to know it, pero hindi naman pala talaga. Okay, so because yung ating pong knowledge is limited. No? Hindi po kagaya ng kakayahan ng Panginoon when it comes to His knowledge and wisdom. Kaya napaka-importante that we need to depend on the knowledge of God, not on our own knowledge. So when we say that God is all-knowing, it talks about that it is incomprehensible. So the depth of God's knowledge and wisdom is beyond human comprehension. Hindi natin kayang intindihin, no, when it comes to the knowledge of the Lord. The Bible refers to the depth and the riches of wisdom and the knowledge of God. Ibig sabihin, ganong katindi, ganong kalawak yung depth, no, yung riches ng wisdom and the knowledge of God, no? It means to say we cannot really comprehend it. Although binibigyan tayo ng kakayahan ng Panginoon, maintindihan ang mga lahat ng bagay, lalo tigit sa lahat patungkol sa ating Panginoon Diyos. But in reality, we cannot really comprehend the greatness of the Lord, no? Yung everything that He wants us to know regarding Himself, because He is a great God and He is beyond comprehension. Lalo tigit sa lahat when it comes to the knowledge of the Lord. Kaya napaka-importante mga kapatid that we need to rely on the knowledge of God because it is only through that knowledge that we are able to know the Lord Jesus Christ. Kaya napaka-importante na kapag nagbabasa tayo ng Biblia, ng Scriptures, we need to rely on the guidance and the prompting of the Holy Spirit to give us wisdom and understanding and knowledge. So, napaka-importante po na mag-rely tayo sa kakayahan at karunungan ng ating Panginoon upang maintindihan natin yung mga bagay na gusto ng Panginoon maintindihan natin pagdating sa pagsasaliksik at pag-aaral ng kanyang mga salita. Kaya we need to rely on the knowledge of God. Now, when we talk about the wisdom of the Lord, ano naman yung wisdom of God? That if the knowledge of the Lord is the source of all knowledge, when we talk about God's wisdom, it is the source of all wisdom. No? God gives wisdom to those who seek it. Kaya nga sabi sa Bible, if you lack wisdom, you need to ask the Lord. Kasi on ourselves, sa atin, sa ating buhay, sa ating pong pagkatao, wala tayong wisdom to have that kind of wisdom to direct our lives, no? Kailangan natin yung karunungan, no, yung wisdom na so that we are able to be directed, no? Kaya nga sabi po ni Santiago, if we lack wisdom, then we need to seek and ask of the Lord because He is able to give us wisdom, no? It is not a human invention, but a gift bestowed by the Lord, no? Hindi ito parang it is a gift that the Lord wants to give for those who seek Him. Diba sabi nga sa Bible, if we seek the Lord with all our heart, we are able to find the Lord. So kagaya nung team natin nung anniversary, no? If we seek Him, we are able to find Him. So at the same time, when we talk about the wisdom of the Lord, if we lack wisdom so that we may able to be guided sa ating pong pamumuhay, ang sabi ng Panginoon, kailangan natin humingi because it is something that God can give. Not only God can give us knowledge, no, but at the same time, may kakayahan ng Panginoon na bigyan tayo ng wisdom to guide us, no, in our everyday living. So when we talk about God's wisdom, it is applied knowledge. So yung knowledge natin is useless. Kung ano man yung mga natututunan natin sa Panginoon, no? Lahat ng bagay na natutunan natin in all areas of our lives, particularly in the Bible, mga natutunan natin patungkol sa Biblia, patungkol sa Diyos, in everything, kung hindi natin i-apply, then it is a useless knowledge. Because knowledge, to become wisdom, it should be applied. No, yun po yun. Kaya yung karunungan natin, nandito lang sa utak natin, kung hindi ibinababa sa puso natin, parang intellectual lang yon. Parang natutunan mo lang, pero kung hindi mo yan i-apply, yung dunong, yung mga natutunan natin sa Diyos at sa mga bagay na nalaman natin sa pamagitan ng ating Panginoon, kung hindi natin i-apply yon, so it is a useless thing. So walang halaga yon. Kasi come to think, kung alam mo na yung mga ganung bagay ay dapat gawin, so at hindi mo naman ginagawa yon, so it is just a knowledge, but it is not a wisdom because wisdom is applied knowledge. Okay? Unlike knowledge which is fact-finding, wisdom is discernment and judgment to apply that knowledge correctly. So ibig sabihin, kailangan nating i-apply yung knowledge natin. And whatever that we learn from the Lord should be applied in our everyday living. At yun yung source ng wisdom. Kasi kung hindi natin gagawing yung mga knowledge natin to become wisdom, sabi nga natin, so it is something that para bang dunong lang. Na, yes, marunong ka, pero in terms of, you may say that you are wise, but you are indeed fool. Kasi Sa Bible, yung word na foolish or fool, hindi ibig sabihin siraulo. Okay, sa mundo, pag sinabi nating you are fool, ang meaning, ang nire-refer natin, parang meron kang problema sa pag-iisip o sa utak. But in the Bible, when we talk about fool, fool is something that hindi ibig sabihin merong problema sa pag-iisip, but you are not able to apply the things that you are called to do in your life. Alam mo yung tama pero hindi mo sinusunod, alam mo yung merong karunungan pero hindi mo ina-apply, then that is what fool in the Bible says, no? Kaya tayo, kung tayo po ay tinuruan tayo ng Panginoon, marami tayong natutunan sa Panginoon, sa mga preaching, sa mga teaching, sa mga Bible study natin, sa inyong personal devotion. So kung di mo yan i-apply, then you are a fool in the sight of the Lord. Kasi it is because to become wise is for you to apply the principles at yung mga bagay na natutunan natin sa Panginoon. But if you fail, then you become fool in the sight of the Lord, no? Kaya napaka-importante po na yung karunungan natin, ina-apply natin sa everyday life natin. Hindi lang parang natutunan ninyo and then na-accumulate ka lang ng knowledge pero nagiging useless yung mga knowledge natin kung hindi natin na-apply para maging wisdom yon to make us wise in our everyday. Kasi napaka-importante po yung kapag tayo po ay magiging wise pagdating sa mga bagay na ibinibigay sa atin ng Panginoon, lalo na yung karunungan na ibinibigay niya sa atin, ito po ay nakakapaggabay sa atin sa pang-araw-araw nating buhay, sa mga desisyon natin, no? Kaya we need wisdom from the Lord para matunto natin yung kalooban ng Panginoon. Kapag nagsasaliksik tayo ng mga direction from God, kung ano yung leading niya, napaka-importante po yung knowledge na yan being turned into wisdom when we apply those knowledge, no, in our everyday lives. Now, when we talk about wisdom of God, it is distinct from worldly wisdom. Kasi meron ding wisdom itong mundo, no? God's wisdom is rooted in humility, in purity, and God's principle, while yung worldly wisdom is often seen as flawed and lacking eternal perspective. So sabi ng Panginoon, no, wag tayong mag-rely sa wisdom of the world, but we need to rely on the wisdom of God, no? Because yung wisdom of God is always rooted in humility, in purity, at ito'y nakabase sa principles ng ating Panginoon Diyos. Kaya we need not to conform ourselves to the patterns of this world. Kasi kapag we are conforming ourselves to the patterns of this world, yun ang ibig sabihin that you are being governed by the wisdom and the principles of the world. Pero kapag tayo po, we are being transformed in our minds, sabi doon, no, ni Paul, that we need to be transformed in the renewing of our minds. So para daw malaman natin ang good and perfect pleasing will of the Lord. Kaya napaka-importante po yung wisdom from the Lord, because if we have the wisdom of the Lord, then we will able to find yung kung ano yung mabuti, kaaya-aya at dakilang kalooban ng Diyos para sa bawat isa atin. So matutunto natin lagi yon, yung will of God, when we are filled with the wisdom of God. So pag sinabi nating wisdom of God, it means to say that accessible through faith and seeking. Individuals can gain wisdom by turning to God in words, in seeking His guidance. So napaka-importante po pala na talagang ito ay nakikita natin to, we are able to gain wisdom if we know how to turn to the Lord, if we know how to seek wisdom from God. And where can we find the wisdom of the Lord? Through His words, no? Because sabi nga, the embodiment of the wisdom of God is Jesus Christ, no? And we are able to access, no, yung wisdom of God when we know how to turn to the Lord, when we know how to seek His words, because sa mga salita ng Panginoon, doon natin makikita yung wisdom of God as we seek continuously guidance from the Lord. No, to be wise, mga kapatid, is to seek always guidance from God. Hindi tayo nagre-rely sa ating karunungan, sa ating kakayahan, but if we want to be wise, we need always to seek the Lord, we need always to turn to Him, allow Him to direct us, allow Him to guide us, no? At kapag nangyayari yon, doon natin makikita na nami-minimize natin yung mga maling desisyon, yung mga maling direksyon natin, because we always seek the guidance of the Lord. And that guidance of God can be found only in His wisdom, and His wisdom is found sa kanyang mga salita. No? And when we turn to the Lord. So anong relasyon ng knowledge and wisdom, mga kapatid? Knowledge and wisdom are not separated entities but inherently linked. Magkaduktong yan, no? Kaya nga sa ating pag-aaral, tingnan nyo, God's knowledge and wisdom, hindi mo siya pwedeng paghiwalayin. So when we talk about knowledge, it talks about also wisdom. And when we talk about wisdom, it talks about also knowledge. So God's knowledge provides the foundation for His perfect wisdom. So para magkaroon tayo ng perfect ng wisdom, we need to have knowledge. Kasi yung knowledge of God provides the foundation for God's perfect wisdom, which in turn informs all His actions and understanding. So doon natin makita, no, magkaduktong lagi yung God's knowledge and wisdom. Hindi mo siya pwedeng paghiwalayin. Yung wisdom is always found in the knowledge of in God's knowledge, and God's knowledge also is also linked to His wisdom. Kaya napaka-importante po yan. Okay, now, let's go now to our material. Let's go now to all these things na ibinigay sa atin ng ating manual. Okay, so when we say that God's knowledge and wisdom, ang sabi ko nga kanina, it talks about that He is an all-knowing God, that He is omniscient God. And when we say that He is omniscient, ibig sabihin nun, God knows everything. Kaya nga, pag sinabi natin God is all-knowing, and when we talk about His knowledge and wisdom, that He has that knowledge, ibig sabihin, even though you hide, He can still know it. Even though you hide in darkness, He can see you still. So, because God knows everything, even though you hide, God still knows it. No, even though tinatago natin yung sa ating puso yung mga bagay na hindi nakikita ng tao, but then in reality, God still looks unto our heart. No? Nakikita niya yung mga nilalaman ng ating mga isip, mga nilalaman ng puso, because God knows everything. Okay, so the knowledge of the Lord covers everything. There is nothing that God do not know. So, wala isa mang bagay na pwede nating sabihin na may maitatago sa ating Panginoon, because everything, sabi natin, is seen by God. No? Everything is revealed in God. Walang pwedeng itago sa ating Panginoon because of His knowledge, He knows everything. Sabi po sa 1 John 3:20, dito sa unang verse natin, mga kapatid, sabi dito, God is greater than our conscience and knows all things. So, ano ba yung conscience? Di ba? May konsensya tayo, no? Di ba? And many times, conscience speaks unto us. May mga konsensya tayo. Minsan, nakukonsensya tayo sa mga nagagawa nating mali. And sometimes, conscience brings conviction. No, kaya nga minsan nakukonvict tayo kasi yung konsensya natin nangungusap, and sometimes our conscience convicts us, especially kapag tayo nakakagawa ng mga mali. So yung conscience is a person's moral sense of right and wrong. Yung konsensya natin, ito yung nagdidikta nung yung tama at mali. Kaya kapag nakakagawa tayo ng mali, yung konsensya natin, nakukonsensya tayo kasi nakagawa tayo ng mali, no? And it acts as a guide to one's behavior. Ito yung nag-guide sa atin, sa ating pong mga ugali. No? Kaya napaka-importante yung konsensya na ibinigay sa atin ng ating Panginoon. So it is a blessing from God. No? Kaya lang, conscience also brings conviction, sabi nga natin no, kanina. Kaya lang, although conscience can guide us in terms of moral in terms of what is right and wrong, pero it is limited in its capacity. No? Limited yung konsensya natin. Hindi niya kayang isaklaw lahat. No? Pagdating sa lahat ng bagay patungkol sa ating buhay. Kaya nga sinasabi dito ni John sa verse na ito, God is greater than your conscience. Okay, conscience is from God, it can convict you, it can guide you. Kaya lang, ang sabi dito, we cannot rely on conscience alone to guide us with in terms of what is right and wrong. Pero ang sinasabi dito ni John, we need to rely on God, no? Because God is greater than our conscience. Why? It's because He knows all things. So yun yung sinasabi ni Lord doon. Dahil alam ng Diyos ang lahat ng bagay, kaya mas higit siya sa ating mga konsensya. Although sabi ko nga kanina, ang conscience natin is a blessing from the Lord. It guides, it gives us conviction, kaya lang limited yung kanyang nagagawa sa ating buhay. Okay, so God is greater than our conscience. So pagdating dito, sabi nga natin, God's knowledge is greater than our conscience because He knows all things. And because God's knowledge is not limited, He can guide us in everything. Okay, kaya nga, sabi natin, nung sinabi niya that God knows all things, anong sinibig sabihin nito? Anong sinasabi nito sa atin? Pag sinabi mo sa sarili mo that God knows everything or God knows all things, it means to say that He can guide you in everything. Because He knows everything, He can guide you on all those things. Okay, kaya alam natin po yun, no? We can rely on the guidance of God kasi alam niya yung lahat ng mag-aaral. Sabi nga natin, He knows what is in the past, He knows what is in the present, He knows what is in the future. No? Kaya tayo, hindi natin alam yung future natin, yung kahinat natin sa kinabukasan or what will happen soon in our lives. But then God knows it already. That's why, since God knows our future, anything about our lives, then we need always to ask the Lord to guide us, no? Because He knows everything. He knows even everything that will happen in our lives, no? He can guide us, no? So napaka-importante po yung guidance ni Lord, no? At napaka-importante po that the Lord continue to guide us in our everyday lives. And because God knows everything. So, ibig sabihin, saan man tayo dalhin ni Lord, mga kapatid, as we follow the Lord, nandun yung kampante yung ating puso. Nandun yung pagtatas natin kay Lord. Kasi alam niya yung saan tayo dinadala niya. Alam niya yung mga mangyayari, wala pa tayo doon. Pagsunod natin, nandun na si Lord. Kasi sabi nga natin, God is ahead of us eh. And we are just following the Lord. Hindi tayong nauuna, nasa likod si Lord. No, but then, when we talk about as followers of the Lord, we follow the footstep of the Lord. Ibig sabihin, He is the one who is leading us. So, ibig sabihin, nasa una si Lord. So, bago pa man tayo dumating dun sa mga bagay na parang hindi maganda, nandun na si Lord. Meron na siyang ginagawa doon. Meron na siyang, meron na siyang piniprepare bago pa man tayo dumating sa yon because He knows everything and He knows where He is taking us. That's why we need to trust the Lord. No, kaya napaka-importante po yun. No, when we talk about the fact that God knows everything, we can trust the Lord in all of His direction when He is guiding us because God knows everything. Okay, sabi din po sa Job 37 verse 16, do you know about the balancing of the clouds? Sabi dito, that wondrous activity of Him who is perfect in knowledge. So dito sinasabi ni Job na perfect when ang knowledge ni Lord, no? When we talk about the knowledge of God, it is considered to be perfect. And because that knowledge is so perfect, it means to say we can rely on that knowledge of the Lord. No? And we cannot really know. Sabi nga natin last time when we talk about the one, hindi natin, even sabi nga natin last time, even the scientists cannot really understand what makes lightning and sabi nga natin, yung thunder, no? Although science can explain that, but it will lack proper understanding. Bakit ba yung lightning nagpa-plus? Ba't yung kulog merong sound, no? Because sabi nga natin, yung activity na yan, no, sabi dito, yung balancing of those things, no, yung wondrous activity is always in terms of the perfectness of the knowledge of the Lord. He alone knows why yung lightning nagpa-plus, bakit kapag kumukulog may sound. because it is a wondrous activity of the Lord who is always perfect in His knowledge of everything. Okay, so doon natin makikita yon. So, God is perfect in His knowledge. That is why all His works and deeds are wondrous and awesome. Kaya sinabi dito, wondrous activity. So lahat ng mga ginagawa ng Panginoon is always according to His perfect knowledge. Kaya kung ito'y base sa kanyang perfect knowledge, lahat ng gagawin ng Panginoon will always be good. It will always be wonderful and awesome, mga kapatid. Kaya mamamangha tayo lagi sa mga ginagawa ng Panginoon is because it is always based upon His perfect knowledge. Knowledge that because He knows everything. Okay? Because God knows everything, He works according to His knowledge, and it will be always perfect and good. Okay? Now, let's go to the second. When we talk about God's knowledge, God sees all people, seeing and knowing all that they do. Because God knows everything. Establish na natin yung foundation. Na when we talk about the knowledge of God, He is an all-knowing God, and because He is an all-knowing God, God knows everything. Now, when we say God knows everything, what does this say? It says that God sees all people. Because He knows everything, He can see all people, seeing and knowing all that they do. No? Hindi lang alam niya, nakikita niya. Sabi niya, seeing, nakikita niya, knowing, nalalaman niya yung mga ginagawa natin. Okay, He sees people. Okay, ibig sabihin doon, God sees and knows as He see, He knows. No? He sees and knows. And as He see, He knows. No? So, God sees and knows all people and all they do. I was, every Friday po mga kapatid, meron po akong Bible study, and sometimes Sister Leia nakaka-join yun, no? And sometimes noon Sister Seni, no? May mga kapatid natin dito sa Jordan, sometimes nakaka-join sila. Every Friday po yun, no? Which is 7 to 9 here in the morning, no? In Jordan time sa UAE 8 to 10. And now we are in the book of Revelation. And kung in our study, kung pag-aaralan ninyo yung book of Revelation, it consists of 7 letters of the Lord to the 7 churches. No? Doon po sa chapter 2 to chapter 3, makita natin yung letter o liham o message ni Jesus Christ sa 7 churches na kanyang sinusulatan through John in the book of Revelation. Now, mapapansin ninyo sa letter niyo ni Lord, kung hindi na pa ninyo nababasa, basahin niyo yung chapter 2 and 3 sa mga yusulat ni Lord. Lagi kapag nung sumusulat si Lord, lagi niyang binabanggit, no? Makikita niyo yan sa bawat letter ni Lord sa 7 churches, ulit-ulit 'yon sinasabi niya sa bawat letter, I know your deeds. Ibig sabihin, because He's an all-knowing God, He knows the deeds of the churches. Even because we are the church, God knows all our deeds. No? Kaya dito natin makikita na ang Diyos, nakikita niya yung mga ginagawa natin. Nakikita niya yung ginagawa natin pagdating sa simbahan, sa ministry natin, no? Lahat ng mga bagay na ating ginagawa, He does not only see it, but He knows what we are doing. It means to say, nare-reveal, hindi lang nakikita niya, but then nakikita niya rin yung motibo kung bakit natin ginagawa. Because in physically, pagdating sa mata ng tao, we just see, but we don't know in reality. But when it comes to God, He sees and it is being revealed, no? Because He knows even yung reality of our heart. No, kasi yung tao, we just see outside. Pagdating kay Lord, hindi lang siya nakikita, but He knows even what we are doing. He knows what is the motive of why we are doing this. Kasi pwede nating pakitan tao, pero yung motibo natin hindi maganda. No? So it means to say, He see and knows what we are doing. Kaya napaka-importante yun. Kaya nga, makikita natin sa Psalm 33 verse 13 to 15, ang sabi dito sa ating pong material, the Lord watches from heaven. He sees all people. From the place where He lives, He looks carefully at all the earth's inhabitants. He is the one who forms every human heart and takes note of all their action. So bakit natin masasabi that God sees people and when He sees, He knows? Ano yung makikita natin? Una, sabi doon, the Lord watches from heaven and sees all people. Even though He is in heaven and the heavens is very far from earth, we don't know ano ba yung distance ng ng mundo pagdating sa heavens, no, where the Lord dwells and resides, no. Pero even though ganun kalayo ang earth pagdating sa saan kinaroonan ng ating Panginoon, but the fact here is that He watches from heaven, and the fact that He sees all people, it means to say, it God, by just looking, He can really know, no? He can really see, no? Doon natin makikita that the reality that He can see all people, gaano man kalayo yung ating mundo pagdating sa kung saan siya naroon. So ibig sabihin nga natin, no? Doon natin makita, kaya nga sabi sa Bible, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. Ganun kabigat o ganun kalaki ang ating Diyos, ganun kadakila, no? Para ang mundo natin, parang yun lang yung footstool, no? Yung himlayan ng kanyang paa. Ibig sabihin, ganun kaliit lang yung ating mundo pagdating sa ating Panginoon Diyos. And that's why, if God is all-knowing God, even though how far we are from the Lord, He can still see what we are doing. So sabi doon, from the place where He lives, He looks carefully at all Earth's inhabitants. It means to say, He looks carefully at all Earth's inhabitants. He is looking unto us carefully, no? Pag sinabing looking carefully, ini-examine niya talaga. Yung mga ginagawa natin, nare-reveal, by just seeing, nare-reveal sa Kanya. Because by just looking carefully, nare-reveal kay Lord. Why? Because He is the one who forms every human heart. He always look unto the heart. Sabi nga natin, no? That's the foundational thing. He don't look unto the outward thing, but He'll always look unto the heart. Bakit heart? Because yung heart natin is the central core of our being. Everything comes from the heart. Okay, nare-reveal lagi yung mga bagay na ating ginagawa, no, sa Panginoon. When He looks carefully, He is able to see us. It is being revealed to the Lord. Why? Because He always look unto the heart. And sabi doon, and takes, sabi doon, note of all their actions. Nate-take note ni Lord yung mga actions natin by just looking unto our hearts. Nare-reveal, no? By just looking unto our hearts, nare-reveal yung ating mga actions, mga kapatid. Ganon katindi yung knowledge of the Lord when He sees, because He's an all-knowing God, nothing can be hidden from God. By just looking unto the heart of the people, sabi nga natin, it is being, yung kanilang action is being taken note by the Lord. Nare-reveal. Hindi lang nare-reveal, no? Ibig sabihin, He was able to carefully doon examine. He is carefully looking, no? Yung mga nilalaman ng ating puso. At ito'y nare-reveal sa ating Panginoon Diyos. Kaya nga, dapat maging maingat tayo sa ating mga ginagawa, no? Because we cannot hide yung mga motive natin, no? Why we are doing it. Although hindi natin lubos na makikita ang dahilan kung bakit ang tao ginagawa yon. But then, when it comes to the Lord, because in all-knowing God, lagi niyang alam ang mga motibo bakit natin ginagawa yung mga bagay na yan. Okay, we cannot really hide from the Lord. Kaya nga, what does this tells you and me, no? Na talagang maging maayos po, maging maayos ang ating pamumuhay sa ating Panginoon. Na yung ating mga mali, hindi yan po na natatago kay Lord, no? Although natatago natin minsan yan sa tao, but when it comes to the Lord, He always see and He always looks carefully and examine our human hearts, and He is taking note of all our actions because it is always being revealed unto the Lord. Okay, Psalm 129 verses 39 verse 2 to 3, di ba? Sabi doon, you know when I sit down and when I got up, even from far away, you understand my motives. You carefully observe me when I travel or when I lie down to rest. You are aware of everything I do. So dito makita natin walang maitatago kay Lord. Kahit mahiga tayo, sabi doon, when I sit down, when you get up, when you rest, no? Sabi doon, kahit na maglakbay tayo, no? Even when we travel, when we lie down, so ibig sabihin, lahat ng ginagawa natin, it is being seen by the Lord and He knows everything. That He is aware of everything that we do. Sabi po sa Psalm 139 verse 2 to 3. No? Kaya nga, wala tayong maitatago kay Lord. Nare-reveal lagi sa Kanya yung lahat-lahat ng mga ginagawa natin, mga maling gawain, mga parang mga hidden weaknesses, mga struggles natin na hindi nakikita ng tao, but God knows everything, no? Yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin. Even sabi doon, He can understand our motives. Sabi nga natin kanina, no? Even though we are far away, He can understand our motives. No? He carefully observed. Sabi nga natin, sabi din kanina, He looks carefully. Dito rin ang sinasabi ng Psalm 139 verse 2 to 3 that He also carefully observed, sabi doon. And even though when we travel or when we lie down, sabi doon, you are aware of everything I do. And ito yung pinapahayag ni David, no? Because nilalang tayo, there is nothing, no, where we can go that there is not, that the presence of the Lord is not there. Because God is omnipresent. Kahit saan tayo pumunta, wherever we travel, even though it is far, nandun pa rin ang Diyos. So we cannot really, sabi doon, pwede natin takbuhan si Lord na kapag pumunta tayo doon, wala siya doon. No, He covers everything. And because He covers everything, He is omnipresent, He is also omniscient. Kasi he covers everything. He knows what is going here in Jordan. He knows, he can see the people in Philippines, even at this time, whatever they are doing. He knows also what we are doing here in Jordan and he also see the people here in Jordan. So he can see any human being wherever they are. So kaya nga, because He's an all-knowing God, not only He is omnipresent, that His presence is everywhere. And because His presence is everywhere, He knows everything because He is an omniscient God. That He is an all-knowing God. Okay? Now, let's go now to the next thing. Although hindi man natin matapos to, we will just continue next week. Now, sabi doon, because God sees all people, He can see and know what we do. So, ibig sabihin niyan, anong sinasabi niyan sa atin? That no one can hide themselves or what they do from the Lord. So, yun yung sinasabi noon. Dahil nakikita ng Diyos ang lahat ng tao, by just seeing, He can know what we are doing. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, ang sinasabi ni Lord sa atin, no one can hide themselves. Hindi natin kayang itago ang ating mga sarili and what we are doing from God. Hindi natin kayang itago ang sarili at hindi natin kayang itago ang mga ginagawa natin from the Lord. Okay, because He knows everything. Kaya nga sabi po sa Job, no, sabi doon sa Job 34 verse 21 to 22, ano sabi doon? Sabi doon, God's eyes are on the person's ways. He sees all his steps. There is no darkness or deep shallow where troublemakers can hide. Okay, so ibig sabihin, because God knows everything and He sees what we do, then we cannot hide from Him. So yun yung sinasabi doon. We cannot hide ourselves and even our actions from God. Hindi natin maitatago yung sarili, pati yung mga ginagawa natin. And even yung motives ng mga ginagawa natin. It is being revealed. No, kaya makita natin there is nothing that can be hidden from the Lord. It cannot be, wala tayong maitatago sa ating Panginoon. No? It's because His eyes are all open on the people's ways. Yun ang sinasabi dito ni Job. Yung mata ng Diyos are on a person's ways. And also, He knows our step. Nakikita niya yung ating mga yapak, yung ating pong tinatahak na landas, no? Alam niya yon. And even sabi doon, there is nothing that can be can hide for God, because he can also, he is able to see it and know it. Kaya nga sabi dito ni Job, there is no darkness. Walang darkness kay Lord, because even though we hide in darkness, now no, walang makakakita, but still God can see us, because not even we can hide ourselves from that darkness. Or deep shallow, where troublemakers can hide, no? Lalo na pag sinabing troublemakers, ito yung mga sinners. Na sometimes, akala nila yung mga mali na ginagawa natin sometimes cannot be seen by the Lord, no? Akala natin that it is in darkness, but then even in darkness, all the things is being revealed, no? Especially yung mga maling nagagawa natin, no? Akala natin it is not being revealed, but sabi nga natin, it is being seen and known by the Lord, because He is an all-knowing God. Kaya mga kapatid, as we end tonight, no, as we itutuloy na lang po natin next week yung ating pong lesson. Napakaganda po itong lesson na ito, no, when we talk about the knowledge and the wisdom of the Lord. Marami tayong matututunan dito that should reflect ourselves, no, from this knowledge and the wisdom of the Lord, that apart from the wisdom and the knowledge of God, we cannot live, no, according to the ways and according to the will of the Lord. Kaya nga, napaka-importante na matutunan natin what is it really to rely and depend on the knowledge and the wisdom of the Lord. Hindi lang tayo nagre-rely sa knowledge of the Lord, but that knowledge can become wisdom unto us, no, when we know how to apply it. And napaka-importante mga kapatid, is my prayer tonight as we come to close and pray, na lahat ng mga natututunan natin sa Panginoon, mga kapatid, should always be a wisdom from God that we need to have for us to be guided. Na as we summarize what we have learned tonight, no, because of the knowledge and the wisdom of the Lord, when it comes to the knowledge of God, it is the foundational understanding, mga kapatid. Yung pinakapundasyon when it comes to God's knowledge is that God is omniscient. And because He is omniscient, it talks about that God knows everything, that He is an all-knowing God. And because He is an all-knowing God, natutunan natin tonight, God sees all people. He can see and He can know it. He can see us, and even seeing us, He knows what we are doing. Okay? It also reveals that He can still, that our motives is being revealed, no? How and why we are doing things, and that because He sees all people and He sees and know that we are doing, no one can hide ourselves, or no one can hide themselves or what they do from the Lord. And so dito natin makita na as I end, it 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 challenges us, no, mga kapatid, that we need to be straightforward in the eyes of the Lord, no. That we will always be accountable to God, no, in all of our ways, in all the things that we do, is because sabi nga natin, He alone, sabi natin, He alone He alone knows everything that concerns our lives, and there is nothing that is hidden from God, but it is always revealed in the eyes of the Lord. Kaya, no matter what we do, no, it is always revealed. Kaya napakaganda naman na talaga mamuhay tayo ng tama, because if not, then alam natin mga kapatid that God sees, no, everything, especially yung mga bagay na hindi tama at mga bagay na nagagawa natin still in our lives na akala natin makakaligtas tayo sa Panginoon, and it can be hidden from God, but in reality, God knows everything. So praise be to the Lord. So let me pause and stop muna yung ating pong recording, and then we will pray.